Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk today about something that always seems to be popular at the end of the year, and it has to do with wrapping up the gala themes. What were some of the creative gala themes that I saw? And given that 2020 has been a pandemic year, we saw a lot of shifts with what were original themes got changed. Some really creative ones, though. So I wanted to share those with you now as you're thinking about 2021 and perhaps doing a virtual gala in 2021. So these were 9 clever virtual gala themes that I saw. First one was a library group that I worked with. They are friends of the library, so they're raising money for the library. And they went with Beyond the Book. That was their theme, Beyond the Book. And in the gala, we talked about all of the services that the library has, that even though the library is shut down, people aren't going to the library, the fact remains that people can still access so many of the great services that they have. Subscriptions to the Washington Post, the New York Times, newspapers around the world. They're able to provide that even though the doors are closed. They're able to provide story time. How do they do that? Through video. They're able to provide classes. So all of that was highlighted as part of the gala. So I thought Beyond the Book was a really creative way for them to focus on everything that they're still providing despite what's happening outside. Another one, oh, so creative. I have featured this nonprofit in the past just because they've got such a cool gala and are able to tie in so many interesting elements. It's an eye bank. So for when people pass, if they have agreed to donate their eye tissue to allow someone else to see, that's what this group does. It's the Lions Eye Institute for Transplant and Research. Transplant and Research, I think it is. They're down in Tampa, Florida. And usually their annual event is called the Eyeball, the Eyeball, the EYE ball, which I think is a great name. So this year they went virtual. They got just as good of a name this year. They chose to go with the Little Eye Ball. Little I as in internet or interactive. That was so clever. It's still called the eyeball. It's I though, instead of EYE, it's I. I love that. They also, let's see, another one that we did was a fun private school. They were originally going to have a 70s theme, Saturday Night Fever. And then of course, COVID-19 came and everybody's locked in their house. And so they changed to Cabin Fever, and lumberjack plaid was encouraged to be the dress code of the evening. So we had our Cabin Fever theme for them. Similar but different, we saw Pajama Party, and people were encouraged to wear their pajamas. You're inside, why not? We had another group that was originally going to have a big Mardi Gras party, and they love their parties. Now they can't get together, so they chose to go with Masquerade, M-A-S-K, Arade. So a slight twist there on the spelling, still paying homage to Mardi Gras with the masks, but also a very much tongue-in-cheek about the fact that all of us are wearing masks with COVID-19. One of my hospice organizations decided to focus their attention on their healthcare workers. And so they came up with the theme, Honoring the Heroes Among Us. And then similarly, another group went with Celebrating Our Healthcare Heroes. That was one of the hospitals that I worked with. So in either case, they're both really focusing the attention on their staff to raise money and honoring all of the hospital workers that were out and about working through the pandemic. Another one that I worked with, instead of having a night out with the organization, they changed it to a night in with Hope for Henry. And people were, of course, logging into the live stream. They were able to participate in the virtual gala, but everybody stayed in. The other one, similar to this, they called it, this is for a foster children's organization, the Stay at Home Gala. Stay at Home Gala. Oh, and then here's one. I thought this was interesting. It's just kind of I don't know. I liked the imagery that it alludes to. And this was a private girls' school, and they opt for the theme Weathering the Storm. And I like that because at least in like my opening remarks, or if I'm giving a speech, maybe leading into a fund need or something like that, that's language that I think brings good creativity to it. So, we can say, hey, friends, We are all together here. Despite the pandemic that's going on, we know that the important work that we're doing in this school for these girls matters. And we figured out a way to come together as a community where we're weathering the storm together. It's something like that, where you're able to pull that imagery in. I like that. Now, of course, in any given year, there are always some groups that are celebrating an anniversary or celebrating a birthday of some sort. I call them milestone galas. Maybe they're ending a capital campaign and they're celebrating that. So we had some of those as well. Now, these aren't necessarily pandemic related, but they were solid themes for what they were doing this year. One of them was celebrating a 20th anniversary. And of course, 2020, there was a lot of talk, even in 2019, about how they wanted to use, 2020 vision. We've got 2020 vision and kind of incorporating that into themes. And then the pandemic came and people were like, well, shoot, maybe more hindsight is 2020. What are we doing with this? But they had used the theme, Catch Our Vision, 2020, Catch Our Vision. And it was a 20th celebration. So another one, a 30th celebration. I liked this choral group. They chose to go with, it's not an anniversary, it's a birthday and we've got a bash. So that's what they did. They said the birthday bash was their gala theme for the 30th birthday party. And then a 40th anniversary was the Ruby Gala. Again, that's more traditional. I see that a lot. Sometimes it's a silver anniversary, a golden anniversary, a platinum anniversary. So they were the 40th. So they went the Ruby Gala. Again, classy, distinguished, doesn't mean you have to change it for COVID. Now, some groups chose to just skip 2020 and they're making their big celebration in 2021. Their hope is that they'll be able to have their in-person event in 2021. So they aren't really doing anything for 2020. They either sat it out or they went ahead and had their gala, but just had like a regular theme. They didn't go with their silver celebration or anything like that, which is fine too. We'll see how that works out for them for 2021. But I thought these were some of the best ones that I had seen as far as virtual gala themes goes in 2020. We'll see what happens here in 2021. Maybe I'll be doing a refresh of this at the end of 2021. As always, good luck to you in your gala.